I have a question for you. Do you feel like people take you seriously, or do you feel like people don't really respect you and don't even value your opinions? If so, it might be because they see you as a kid. Today, we're diving into 10 things that might be making you look immature. Pay attention, take action on these, and your life will improve. Let's get into it and help you step up your maturity game. The first and perhaps most fundamental sign of maturity is taking responsibility for your actions. This means owning your mistakes, big or small. Think of it like this. Every time you blame someone else, every time you make an excuse, you're essentially saying, I'm an NPC, and I'm not in control of my own life. But the truth is, you are. Stop blaming your mom, the government, or women for what's happening in your life. You have the power to choose your responses, to learn from your mistakes, and to grow stronger because of them. Responsibility is what separates the men from the boys, so to speak. It's what allows you to build a life of meaning, a life where you can stand tall and say, I built this. And believe me, the reward of that is far greater than the fleeting comfort of making excuses. So step up, take ownership, and embrace the challenge of responsibility. The world needs more men who are willing to bear the weight of their choices, who are willing to take responsibility for themselves and those around them. This is the path to true strength, true maturity. Number 2, stop playing games with women. Honesty is paramount. Without trust, all relationships are built on shaky ground. So, if you're interested in a girl, grab your balls and tell her. Don't pretend that you want to be her friend. Same thing for cheating, don't hide. Tell her that you love her, but you're still going to smash other chicks. She will be pissed. But if you're high value enough, she will let it go. As long as you remain honest and you don't do it in her face. Honesty is not just about avoiding lies, it's about actively choosing truth, even when it's difficult, even when it's uncomfortable. It's about having the courage to say what needs to be said, even if it might lead to conflict. Number 3, holding on to grudges. That is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. When you hold on to anger, resentment, and bitterness, you're essentially allowing the past to control your present. You're letting the person who wronged you live rent-free in your head. It's a feminine move. Real men don't hold grudges. They talk about it in person, and they settle the beef. No matter what happens, mature men have a stoic mindset and forgive people. It doesn't mean forgetting what happened or condoning the action. It simply means choosing to let go of the negative emotions that are holding you back. It's about choosing peace over turmoil, growth over stagnation. Think of it this way. Every time you forgive someone, you're essentially choosing to heal yourself. You're choosing to break free from the cycle of anger and resentment. You're choosing to reclaim your power and move forward with a renewed sense of purpose. Number 4, resorting to physical violence. That is never the answer. It's a primitive response, a sign of immaturity, and a lack of self-control. A real man, a mature man, understands that true strength lies in the ability to control his emotions, to resolve conflicts through words, not fists. Now don't get me wrong, you still needs to know how to fight in case your life is on the line. But violence should be the last resort. Strong men are aware of the damages they can cause. Therefore they are careful when using their powers. While weak men have something to prove and are quick to act tough and strong, violence is a destructive force. One that leaves scars, both physical and emotional. It breaks down communication, erodes trust, and ultimately solves nothing. Instead of resorting to violence, strive to develop your communication skills. Learn to articulate your thoughts and feelings clearly and respectfully. Practice active listening, seeking to understand the other person's perspective, even if you don't agree with it. Choose the path of peace. Choose the path of dialogue. It's the path of maturity, the path of true strength, and it's the only path that leads to lasting solutions and meaningful connections. Number 5, dressing like a kid. How you present yourself to the world matters. Your clothing is a form of communication, a reflection of your inner state and your level of maturity. While graphic t-shirts and saggy pants might have been the uniform of your youth, it's time to shed that skin and step into a more mature style. This doesn't mean you need to wear a suit and tie every day, but it does mean paying attention to how your clothing affects your own self-perception and how others perceive you. Dressing well is about more than just looking good, it's about respecting yourself and the people around you. It's about showing that you care about the impression you make and that you're willing to put in the effort to present yourself in a positive light. Think of it as an act of self-improvement, a way to elevate your own standards and step into the best version of yourself. Take the time to learn about different styles, experiment with what works for you, and find clothes that make you feel confident and put together. Remember, the way you dress is a reflection of your inner world, so choose clothing that reflects the mature, capable man you are becoming. Number 6. Your word is your bond. Always deliver on your promise. It's the foundation of your integrity, the measure of your reliability. Nobody respects unreliable people. When you make a promise, you're making a commitment, and a man of his word always honors his commitments. Think of it this way: every time you break a promise, you're essentially chipping away at your own credibility. You're signaling to the world that your word can't be trusted, that your commitments are hollow. This doesn't just apply to big promises, it applies to the small things as well. If you say you're going to do something, do it. If you agree to meet someone at a certain time, be there on time. These seemingly small acts of integrity build up over time, creating a reputation of reliability, a reputation that precedes you and opens doors in all areas of your life. Remember, your word is a reflection of your character. Number 7. Don't overreact to criticism. Even when it's harsh, it can be a valuable tool for growth. It's an opportunity to see yourself from a different perspective, to identify areas where you can improve. But reacting defensively, lashing out, or dismissing criticism outright is a sign of immaturity. It's a sign that your ego is fragile, that you're not yet ready to confront your weaknesses and work towards self-improvement. Instead of reacting emotionally, try to listen to the criticism with an open mind. Ask yourself, is there any truth to what they're saying? Is there something I can learn from this, even if it's delivered in a way I don't appreciate? Remember, you don't have to agree with the criticism to find value in it. Sometimes the most painful criticism can be the most illuminating, revealing blind spots you weren't even aware of. Use it to refine your character, to sharpen your skills, and to become a better version of yourself. Number 8. Stop constantly seeking approval from others. That is a sign of insecurity, a lack of self-belief. It's a trap that keeps you tethered to the opinions of others, preventing you from fully stepping into your own power. A mature man, a confident man, makes decisions based on his own values, his own internal compass. He trusts his own judgment and doesn't need constant validation from the outside world. This doesn't mean you should ignore feedback or advice from others. Remember, you still gotta listen to criticism, but it does mean you should filter it through your own internal lens, your own sense of what's right and true for you. Remember, you are the author of your own life. You have the power to choose your own path, to make your own decisions, and to stand by those decisions with conviction. Number 9. Stop playing video games all day. That can be a fun and engaging form of entertainment, but it shouldn't consume your life. Spending all day immersed in a virtual world is a recipe for stagnation, a way to avoid the challenges and responsibilities of the real world. A mature man understands the importance of balance, of prioritizing real-life experiences, personal growth, and meaningful connections over endless hours of gaming. Think of it this way: your time is your most valuable resource. How you choose to spend it is a reflection of your priorities, your values. So make time for personal development, for pursuing your goals, for nurturing your relationships, and for experiencing the richness and complexity of the world beyond the screen. Number 10. Stop gossiping like a little girl. It's a sign of immaturity, a lack of respect for others, and a shallowness of character. A mature man understands the power of his words and chooses to use them for good, for building up, not tearing down. He avoids gossip, knowing that it ultimately harms everyone involved, including himself. Choose to be a force for good in the world. Choose to speak words that uplift, encourage, and inspire. Thanks for watching, brother. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Remember, growing up isn't just about age, it's about how you handle yourself. It's about taking responsibility, being honest, and treating others with respect. It's about letting go of childish habits and embracing the challenges of manhood. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with another brother. See you in the next one.